Imagine a world where your train arrives on time every time. Sounds too good to be true? Well, the UK's Labour Party certainly doesn't think so. Welcome aboard the roller coaster ride of England's railway saga. Just recently, the Labour Party has announced their ambitious plan to renationalise most passenger rail services in England. And they're not just talking about it, they're planning to do it within 5 years if elected. Their plan is as grand as it sounds, aiming to streamline the railway system by simplifying ticketing and introducing a best fare guarantee. It's a promise of smoother journeys and fairer prices. But will it live up to the hype? There's no denying that the idea of a nationalised rail service has its charm. After all, who wouldn't want a more efficient, reliable and affordable railway system? But let's not forget the past. History has shown us that nationalised rail services can come with their own set of problems. Poor service, lack of competition and bureaucratic red tape are just a few of the issues that have plagued nationalised rail services in the past. And while the Labour Party's plan is bold, it's not without its sceptics. Some have raised concerns about potential setbacks and challenges in implementing the plan. Doubts have been cast on whether this grand scheme will truly lead to significant improvements in the rail system, or if it would just be a costly experiment with an uncertain outcome. So, will this grand plan revolutionise England's railway system? Or is it just a train wreck waiting to happen? As we venture into this great railway revolution, only time will tell. Say hello to the Great British Railways, the proposed new face of England's rail services. Imagine a future where most of England's passenger rail services are under one umbrella, an umbrella called the Great British Railways. This is the vision proposed by the Labour Party, with plans to renationalise rail services within the next 5 years. Simplifying ticketing, introducing a best fare guarantee, the aim is to streamline the rail experience for passengers. However, this grand plan is not without its complexities. The Great British Railways would be tasked with taking over service contracts, but it's important to note that rail freight companies would not be included in this transition. This division raises questions about the future of freight services and how they might coexist with a nationalised passenger rail system. But the real crux of the matter lies in the potential impact on train operations and costs. With private operators currently maintaining small profit margins, the savings for passengers might be minimal. The long-term financial implications of such a move cannot be ignored, and concerns have been raised about the necessity for government funding. And then there's the issue of timing. The implementation of this plan would depend on when current operator contracts expire, some of which are already under public control. This could mean a staggered transition to the Great British Railways, potentially leading to periods of uncertainty and fluctuating service quality. But this is more than just a logistical conundrum. It's a vision of a future where rail services are more efficient, more reliable, and more passenger-focused. It's a challenge to the status quo, a call to rethink how we view and value our public transport systems. Yet, with these potential benefits come significant risks. The ghost of past experiences with nationalised rail services, characterised by poor service and a lack of competition, looms large. The stakes are high and the challenges many. With so much at stake, the question remains, is the Great British Railways the answer to England's rail woes? Making a plan is one thing, executing it is another. And the road to renationalisation is fraught with challenges. This statement rings true when we consider the Labour Party's plan to renationalise most passenger rail services in England. The party's ambitious proposal is to simplify ticketing and introduce a best fare guarantee. But this has raised eyebrows for a few reasons. One of them is the already small profit margins of private operators. The question then emerges, where will the savings for passengers come from? Another potential setback lies in the creation of the Great British Railways. This entity is tasked to take over service contracts, but it doesn't include rail freight companies. This exclusion raises concerns about the long-term financial implications and the need for government funding. The road to renationalisation also runs into the uncertainty of the timing of implementation. This would largely depend on the expiration of current operator contracts, with some already under public control. The Labour Party's plan is a race against time, a race that could potentially be hindered by these contracts. Moreover, the proposal has been met with scepticism due to past experiences with nationalised rail services. These were characterised by poor service and lack of competition. Will the renationalisation lead to significant improvements in the rail system, or will it be a case of history repeating itself? The challenges are many, and the opportunities, although present, are shrouded in doubt. The Labour Party is walking a tightrope, and the balancing act will require careful planning, execution, and a fair bit of luck. Only time will tell if the Labour Party's bold move will pay off. But one thing's for sure, England's railways are in for a wild ride. Now we've unpacked the Labour Party's ambitious plan for England's railways. But what do you think? It's time to share your insights and perspectives. Do you believe this proposal will revolutionise the passenger rail service? Or perhaps you foresee a different outcome? Regardless, we're eager to hear your thoughts. Remember, your voice matters, so don't forget to leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button for more. Until next time, keep the conversation going.